I did a tour recently, looking at the Bukije, the Onosa, the Ayeteju. These are core places of Ibeju-Lekki, and what I found out was very, very amazing. I found out that a whole lot of people are undermining the potential of Ibeju-Lekki. And on today's episode, I'm going to be talking about some of the most important things I discovered in this region. And I'm also going to be explaining to you why it is not wise for you to undermine the economic prospects of this region. In this area, I saw the construction of bridges. I saw the construction of malls. I saw the construction of hospitals. I saw the construction of businesses. In fact, there are real estate development companies who are building malls that are selling to real estate investors. So Ibeju-Lekki right now is becoming one of the most desired urban settlements. It's not those bushes you used to see far back in 2018, 2019, maybe 2017. Ibeju-Lekki is gradually becoming an industrial economic town. So please don't be in a hurry. Watch this video to the end. I'm going to be exploring some of those things and what is making this area to become the trade boom. So do well to subscribe, watch this video to the end, and trust me, you will thank me for this. See you after the short break. Now, talking about what I observed recently, I noticed that they started constructing street lights on the recently constructed Lekki Epe Expressway. In fact, we've started having bridges in major bus stops. Talking about Bukije, the school gates, Onosa, and other places. And I also saw basically that even properties facing that Lekki Epe Expressway are being sold for 150, 200 million, because investors are buying those places and they are using it to build malls. In fact, there are a lot of malls that I've seen. I've seen the La Paz Mall. I've seen, the Joe Potter's Mall. I've seen a lot of malls. Please forgive me if I do not forget to mention your malls, but there are a lot of malls and people are still buying and building malls in those areas. And the question basically is, what if your impression or your expectation about Ibeju-Lekki is wrong? Now, the height of everything basically is that I also noticed that the Lagos State government have started the construction of the Omu Creek Bridge. Now, the wonderful investment opportunity or the wonderful advantage that bridge construction is going to serve is that right from Songotedo, the bridge connects the Songotedo down to Ikorodu. That is not all. That same Omu Creek Bridge connects it down to some segment of where we're going to have the international airport. Now, the reason why I'm going to be talking about this Omu Creek Bridge basically is that this project has been on the pipeline for years, and it was so shocking. We knew it was going to come, but one thing about government is that you obviously cannot tell when or how soon the project will start. But as I'm talking to you right now, people are beginning to invest massively there. So because that's a video of the bridge that you are seeing there, and surprisingly, they've gone very, very, very far. You see, one of the reasons why I mostly prioritize investments in Lagos basically is that the rate at which the government do most of this construction is high, very, very high. Now, because of that Omu Creek Bridge, now properties in the Arakpagi, the Abegede, and other riverine area. Of course, there's a riverine area in Ibeju-Lekki, and these are some of the things that you need to know when you are buying properties. So, in case you are looking forward to invest in those riverine areas where this bridge is, of course, I'll be doing a list of places where you can invest and some other things. But you see, this is also another game changer. Now, not to talk of the coastal road now. Now, the coastal road construction presently right now has gotten to the Abramadesoya. That means that you can drive comfortably from Victoria Island down to Abramadesoya, and of course, government intends to continue from that Abramadesoya down to Eleko. Now, what will happen to Ibeju-Lekki is that with the construction of that coastal road, it's going to make places a desired location, and this is why I am appealing to you not to undermine Ibeju-Lekki. Now, even because of the construction of the bridge, the introduction of the airport, the opening up of the coastal road to major towns in Ibeju-Lekki, the cost of properties are kind of. Now, what should you do? Should I just be a spectator, watch this development, and of course tell the story of how you witness all this development, and you refuse to own? See, you can start. See, even if it is 300 square meter, you can afford to get in Ibeju-Lekki. Trust me, it's worth it, because you see, it's to get to a point. Because you see, if you know the plan that government have for that Ibeju-Lekki axis, if you know, I have been privileged to speak with some privileged government officials, and what I hear basically is, if you have invested once, please invest more. If you have not invested at all, make plan to own, even if it is maybe few plots or few square meters. Please, Ibeju-Lekki is going to become a major economic hub. The plan government have in that place is very, very important, and that is why you need to. So with the construction of the bridge, with the construction of the airport, with the construction of the coastal road, with all these things springing up at Ibeju-Lekki, take advantage of this. I hope I've been able to, share my own expectations of what I think is happening in Ibeju-Lekki. If you have your own, probably a contradictory or a supporting, opinion about this, please let us interact in the comment section. Trust me, the Ibeju-Lekki that used to be a deserted forest, an isolated Sambisa, is now becoming the global investment destinations. Of course, the multi-billion-naira project is there, the refinery, the free trade zone, the deep sea port, to mention but a few. So take advantage of Ibeju-Lekki, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye for now.